Hello, everyone. Welcome to this session on Lineage System Table in Unity Catalog. This session will be presented by Mangle Sun. Session will be given for 35 minutes, followed by 5 minutes of question and answer session. And please do not forget to rate the session after attending this session. So I will hand over to Mangle, who will give the talk.
All right, thanks. Greetings, everyone. Thanks for joining this session. I hope the keynote and the session so far has been exciting and engaging. I want to take a moment to thank each one of you joining this session. Today, my topic is Lineage System Table in Unity Catalog. I'm excited to share our journey towards complete lineage observability for data and AI in Lakehouse. What is lineage system table? What is lineage observability? I will walk you through during the session. Please be aware of that the unreleased feature and functionalities are subject to change. Before we jump into the main topic, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge the fantastic team working on the Lineage project. This is a strong and diverse team, delivers the Lineage to all of you. Also, allow me to introduce myself. I'm a senior software engineer working on the data discovery and Lineage. Prior joining Databricks, I worked as the tech lead of the data infrastructure, leading the Flink streaming platform and the data engineering effort. And today's topic is Lineage, so Lineage introduction. Please raise your hand if you know what is Lineage. All right, I think many people already know the concept. Let me just quickly go through the introduction. Data lineage, in simple terms, describes the relationships between data and entities. As a user, you usually see a linear graph. And as long as you deal with data, you have to deal with the data cleaning, transformation, and the data is processed in different stages and stored in different tables. And the data lineage is like a map to connect them together. If you want to understand your data, you have to take a look at the lineage. It also shows the context around it. Users may read and write through a notebook, schedule an ETL job, or simply write a visualization or reporting dashboard. The lineage context is also captured. So why do we care about lineage? Can I trust this table? Is it built on top of the trusted resources? What would be impacted if I duplicate the table or column? Today's number in the dashboard looks way off. What happened? Which ETL job or user touched the social security numbers in our data warehouse? It can answer those questions, but sometimes you may have a concern whether it is trusted, whether you can make it from a nice-to-have feature to a feature that fulfills your mission-critical goals. Usually, there are two gaps, quality and coverage. If you cannot solve those two problems, you cannot make your lineage strategy right. It's time to turn in the homework and see what we have done at Databricks. I'm excited to share the lineage update in Unity Catalog. I think everyone knows Unity Catalog now. Databricks Lakehouse unifies the data and AI governance. Unity Catalog is the one governance model for structured and unstructured data and AI. And in order to fulfill the vision of Unity Catalog, data lineage has been deeply integrated with Databricks platform and infrastructure and touches almost every aspect of Databricks products. More than 4,500 customers have been using Lineage products so far. Let's see what we have improved over last year. Here's the highlight. Get back to the unified lineage graph. It starts from a table. Now it can stream to another table. In this case, Spark streaming lineage is supported. We partner with the Spark committer to deliver the first and the most accurate Spark streaming lineage in the industry. Keep the ball rolling. File. Data can be written or write to files. As a data and AI company, we are trying to do the best for table as well as files. The videos, images, but file lineage tends to be messy, and this is the known tough problem in the industry. Now, we're able to support the path lineage with fine-grained access control governed by Unity catalog, via volumes and external location. It's a great way to capture your AI workload. Let's take a look at the breakdowns on how you can trust the Lineage product so far. Spark streaming, file, volumes, materialized view, streaming live tables are all supported as a column level federated table as part of the Unity catalog public preview of the fabric version. It's also supported as a column level. Now it can connect to Snowflake, Redshift, SQL Server, Postgres, BigQuery, MySQL. But this is not the end of the journey. In the new AI era, we're trying to link all the data and AI assets together in Unity catalog. We expose the lineage from table to model. Let's take a look at the Lighthouse AI capabilities and go through machine learning AI lifecycle. Model can have multiple versions, and it can trained by a notebook, and it can be incorporated with workflow for training and validation purpose, and it may have use a feature function to do the column level transformation, and it may be exposed by a model serving endpoint to do the model serving, or just have an inference table to store all your inference requests for further training and validation purpose. We have a bunch of AI products lineage down the road. Feature to table are in public preview, model to notebook, model to table are in private preview, model to workflow, serving endpoint, inference table, feature functions are all on our roadmap. Once we link the table and model together, we are essentially lineaging every single step and the full life cycle of the data and AI. It stretches from a raw log file all the way down to the critical use cases, such as the executive dashboard or a large language model to serve your AI chatbot. And we also hear the customer feedbacks. For the high demand feature, we are able to provide the curated table insights and popularity in the Data Explorer. By aggregating the lineage data, you are able to find the frequent users, frequent notebook, frequent dashboard, frequent queries in the Data Explorer now. And it's also incorporated with other Databricks products, such as SQL Editor. Once you type a table in the SQL Editor, it will show the frequent join tables with its join key immediately. This is awesome. Data lineage plus table insights. However, is it good enough? Right now, it is all table-centric, and the entry point is always the table. But as a data company, we want to do some more advanced analytics. And we want more insights. We want the workflow insights, dashboard insights, schema insights, catalog insights, lakehouse insights. We need the lineage history to get more insights. What is lineage history? Let me just give you several examples. Query can be different, and we have the query history in the SQL warehouses. And similarly, the same ETL job will trigger multiple runs, and each run is different. We have the run history in the workflows. Every single run of a query, every single run of an ETL job notebook execution, a dashboard refresh will trigger a new lineage. The underlying dependency can be changed. The logic can be modified. Every single run is a fresh new lineage. We expose the lineage of every single run across your whole lakehouse. It is a history of who accesses or generates what and when, under which context. We excited to expose the full lineage history via Delta tables. That's why we introduced the lineage system table. Before we jump into the lineage use cases, I just want to have a brief introduction of the system table. It is the Databricks hosted analytical store for all the Databricks operational data. Make it more concrete, it is Databricks hosted Delta tables. We have done all the heavy lifting work for you, and you can just use it as a Delta table. It has other contents, including lineage, auditing, billing usage, DB/SQL run history, job runs, cluster DB/SQL warehouse status. And it is designed for ease of use. It is one-step enrollment. And once you enroll it, it will say the seamless capture all your lineage events under the whole lakehouse, and with zero maintenance effort. Interface is also super simple. Under the system catalog and access schema, the column lineage and the table lineage will be there. And it is consistent and available across all your workspaces under the same metastore. And you can just use it as a normal Delta table. As an engineer, I cannot help but share some technical details and how it works. Basically, it is the Databricks on Databricks. Basically, we use Databricks' own technology to provide the Delta tables to our customers. We leverage the Delta Live table to process the data, and the data is stored in the secure Databricks workspaces, and it is powered by Unity Catalog data sharing. And the lineage will be available in dozens of minutes. Now, it's the demo time. Let's introduce two customers onto the stage, David and Ella. Where are they? I think, yeah, they are in a situation and they cannot come today. And let's see what happened. David, who is a data engineer and also a contributor to a finance sales table with dozens upstream and hundreds of downstreams. Data is polluted between a bad job and a backfill job. Earning is approaching. Basically, the CFO is waiting for a confirmation of the number. What can we do in this case? I'm not sure how many data engineers are in this room, but definitely this is a frustrated process. Normally, you have to send an announcement, sometimes a company-wide email, and then what you can do next is just finger crossed and hope the people get notified, stop their current work, and check it out. However, with the lineage, it can be narrowed down through the lineage UI, and you will understand the potential impacted table and the impacted downstreams. But this is never the source of truth because it is the aggregated view of the latest version, and you don't know exactly what happened during that specific time. Can we do it better using system table? In this case, next, Ella, who is a data leader and also just joined the company and still ramping up, trying to figure out what's happening, and already got tons of pressure from the partner teams, finance, IT department, security, legal. Before she talked to those teams, she wants to talk to her data first. Top 3 priorities for her: how to use data, lakehouse level insights, and cost analysis. All those 3 need the right infrastructure and platform. It can easily become a multi-quarter or multi-year initiative with tremendous collaboration from different teams and has a huge risk to fail. And let's see how we can use Lineage system table to help. Okay, so let's help David out first because he's in a pretty urgent situation. And this is a table which is polluted. And just switch to the Lineage tab and click the Lineage graph. And you can see there are tons of tables are impacted. And click the node and switch to the Lineage tab, you will be able to see all the entities are affected. A bunch of notebooks and workflows. It doesn't help a lot because this is the aggregated view of last 30 days. What you want is a specific time range. What can we do now? Let's just go back to the lineage system table. I just created a notebook and to do the troubleshooting. And step one, just get the time when this outage happened. And I already grabbed the bad job run ID and the backfill run ID. And just query the lineage system table. Filtered by the target table, which is the polluted table with the run ID. Let's see the exact time when it happened. Step two, query the lineage system table to get the evidence filtered by the time range and the table. And in this case, you just see the history of the access. And this kind of like the source truth. And you can see only 33 rows are impacted. And if you can see the user breakdown, only 3 users are impacted. And if you take a look at the entity breakdown, only a few notebook, dashboard, workflow are impacted. This is a huge relief for David. Instead of sending a company-wide email, he can just, or reach a potential huge amount of people, he can now just trace down and work with specific owners to triage the issue. And he can have a good sleep tonight. Definitely, he can be addressed before the earning. And I have one bonus question here. What if this is an ongoing issue which is still happened at the moment? And in this case, I think 90% of companies, including the one in this room, need to send a company-wide email or update the status or the tags in your favorite catalog tools. But with the system table, you can just query the lineage, and then it will continuously pull the latest access, and you can write a simple script and just send emails to the impacted users. So once the user touches the table, 1 hour later, it can get notified. So this just makes the communication much more targeted and efficient. And okay, let's get back to Ella. Still remember Ella's top 3 priorities? How to use data, lakehouse insights, and the cost analysis. I have prepared some dashboard and just share with her and to see how it can help. Let's start from the how to use data. Question here, what is the best way to learn how to use data? Learn from examples, learn from the pro users. So Paul is a known pro user in her team, and she wants to learn from him and see how Paul leverages the data. And in this case, just specify the Paul's name and the time range, and it will pull the latest usage from Paul. First, show the top usage breakdown by different dimensions, the entity, catalog level, table level, and also it shows the daily usage breakdown by table and entities. And you can see that Paul has a huge spike on June 12th on a table called churn users bronze table. And Ella is pretty interested in this table and want to check it out. And the most powerful part of the lineage is that it not only captures the access, but also the context around it. So Ella realized that, okay, Paul is accessing this table through this notebook. So she can just get access to this table and learn from the code examples. This is a great way for Ella to quickly ramp up and learn from the pro users and from her team members. The next, Lighthouse usage dashboard. It's crucial for her or her team to understand the overall usage of a lakehouse. And first, it shows the top-level catalog usage. And also, you can see the daily lakehouse usage breakdown by catalogs. This is a great way to stay on top of the latest usage of the whole lakehouse. And you know exactly what catalog I use most, or what is the most valuable assets in your catalog. The last topic is about the data swap. Many data warehouses or data lake can easily become a data swap if there's no observability. By joining the information schema with the Unity catalog, we can get the no usage catalogs and no update catalogs. And it's a great way to capture the unused resources and clean them up with the owner and save some storage cost. I also built some other dashboard like the catalog level usage, the table level usage, but I don't have time to go through them one by one. But what I want to emphasize is that you can just build your own query and build your own dashboard on whatever dimensions that most relevant to you or your organization using Lineage system table. And the last topic is about the cost analysis. How to use Lineage system table to do cost analysis. Before we jump into the details, I just want to have one question here. What usually costs you most in a data warehouse? Automated jobs, because it will be triggered by a predefined schedule, and it will be running forever and incurring recurring cost to your warehouse. And this notebook is helped to reduce the potential wasted resources from the automated jobs. How to do it? First, let's see how we can use billing system table plus the Lineage system table to do it. First, introduction to the billing system table is super simple. It's hourly DBU usage for clusters and warehouses. Let's describe the schema here. And you can see the schema. It shows the usage unit, usage quantity, and the usage metadata, which includes the job ID. That can be joined with the Lineage system table. Also have a simple definition of the wasted jobs. Job which update tables, but nobody or workload ever use these tables. We define those as wasted. And step one, create a view of relations between target table and the job using system table. Okay, second, join with the billing log to get the job daily DBU with the table level breakdown. Okay, you will be able to see the daily DBU with the table breakdown through automated jobs. This is a huge milestone. It attributes the DBU cost with the with the data table updates. And you will know exactly how much it costs to update your table on a daily basis through automated jobs. And without Lineage, basically this is mission impossible. Step three, get all tables which are updated but not queried in the last 2 months. Job keep updating, but no usage at all. Still running? Looks like there are a bunch of them. Okay, you can see there are a few thousand tables like this. Basically keep updating, but no usage at all. And step 4, get the DBU of wasted jobs by joining with those tables above. Okay, still running. Okay, now you can see the wasted DBU with the table level breakdown. And you can see one table takes the majority of the wasted DBU cost. And next step, The final step, let's see the distribution between the healthy DBU and the wasted DBUs. Okay, blue represents healthy, while yellow represents wasted. You can see that more than 40% of the job DBUs are wasted because of the no usage. And this is a huge cost. And one bonus, Lineage also capture files. And we have another definition, jobs which update files, but nobody or workloads uses the files. And I just put everything together and run one query, and this is a pre-calculated result. It shows the healthy versus the wasted DBUs triggered by files. And this wrap up all the demos for today. And just want to emphasize that all the demos are built on top of the Lineage and the billing system tables, plus the information schema, and no other dependencies needed. And it can be shareable and pluggable to your lakehouse. So in this case, as long as you enable the Lineage system table, you can get just those visibilities for free. And also, you can imagine that Lineage is beyond discovery and governance. Okay, so let's get back to the presentation. With the Lineage system table, it will be closer to the budget planning by attribute the job cost with the table and the file usage. It can be closer to the business operation, just like what David did. It can have faster communication and improve the organizational efficiency. And also, it can be closer to the truth because you have the run-level lineage observability with the full customization. It's a delta table. So you can just build whatever dimension, dashboard, table that most relevant to you or your organizations. And let's see how the magic happens. And the linear system table schema is simple, and it's designed for ease of use, and it's a denormalized table, and each row represents the source and the target, and it captures both the read and the write query. And the most powerful part is the context around it. For each row, it shows the entity run ID, entity type, and the entity ID, which can be a notebook, DLT, job, query, dashboard, etc. And which can be a joint key of other system tables. We have private preview with dozens of customers and got pretty great feedbacks. It solved customer challenges. A leading automotive company said that with one query, we can see if a table is being used or a column change would affect the downstream tables. And a leading market research firm states that data is our product, and the detailed lineage for each table is paramount to ensure we understand the quality of that product. We also get some great feedbacks from the highly regulated industry. A financial service company states that we are required to keep a history of lineage to demonstrate how the reports are generated. Lineage system table help us to provide an archive log of. Also, a solution architect from one of the largest biotech companies states that within Unity catalog scope, lineage system table is the one-stop shop to answer the who queried what and when, where did it originate from. We are excited to announce the ungated public preview of the table column lineage system table on AWS and Azure, all commercial regions. And we spent tremendous effort to improve the coverage and improve the quality and provide an aggregated view of the lineage in the Data Explorer. Now, we expose the full history to customers via the system table. And right now, we just demonstrated several use cases using the public previewed system table, lineage, billing. But we just scratches the full potential of the lineage. Once we onboard more system tables, the potential is huge. Let's just lineage it, and many more use cases are waiting for you to discover. Finally, roadmap. On the lineage side, we are going to do the lineage general availability on GCP, and also keep expanding the lineage coverage to support the model versions, feature functions, model server endpoints, inference tables. And also, we are going to increase the lineage retention. As a part of the last mile lineage, we are going to support the bring your own lineage to support the non-Databricks entities and keep expanding our partner integration. On the system table side, we are going to do the linear system table in GCP and keep expanding the linear system table beyond the table and the column to support the AI workload. And linear system table is not perfect now, and we will continue to improve the linear system table coverage and quality. Two takeaways. Databricks is building the end-to-end lineage for data and AI assets in Lakehouse. System tables are the best way to query granular lineage history. And that's wrap up the whole session for today. And thanks again for everyone joining this session. I hope you find this insightful. And looking forward to you guys to use linear system table to do data discovery, governance, and beyond in your organizations. Thank you. And